with Daniel Jones, you could probably give him a franchise tag. He had his first great season as a New York Giants. They have to give most of that money to Saquon Barkley. Now, Saquon Barkley wants to, be close to a Christian McCaffrey type of money. Christian McCaffrey is making $16 million a year. I don't know if the Giants are going to give him $16 million. I think they meet halfway. I would say $13 to $14 million would make a lot of sense. I know the Giants don't want to give him more than 3 years, but giving him a fourth-year option would be pretty good, and then give him more guaranteed money. That's where I think Saquon wants to reach a contract with the Giants where he is getting more money up front than he is waiting for it. The franchise tag for a quarterback this season would be $32.4 million, which leaves the Giants, I think the Giants right now are $54 million. They have $54 million, which leaves the Giants about 18, between $13 and $18 million to work with Saquon Barkley, because they still have to re-sign Love and certain other players. Dexter Lawrence too. So they have to figure out how it makes sense where they can fit Dexter Lawrence. Now, if they franchise Daniel Jones, it makes a lot of sense, because then they can re-sign Dexter Lawrence, they can re-sign Saquon Barkley, and they can bring in, they can bring back Love. It makes a lot of sense. Now, I understand Daniel Jones wants a big contract. He deserves it. He really does. And most quarterbacks want 45 to 50 million. That's the asking price now at quarterback. What do you think Derek Carr's going to get? He's going to get between 45 and 50. Aaron Rodgers changed everything last year, getting the 2 years, $50 million a year, which made him, he was supposed to make about $100 million. Now, he's going into his second year of $50 million, and now he could be traded, or he could be moved, or whatever. So, I mean, that's the new asking price for quarterbacks now. Since the switch to his new agent or agency, insiders project Jones to make about $35 million per year on what would be most likely a 4-year extension. Athletes First has been an agency for 5 different quarterbacks who have been the highest paid quarterbacks at the time in terms of average annual value, including recently Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott. Wide receivers Isaiah Hodgins, who re-signed with the Giants a 1-year deal, called Jones a baby Josh Allen in reference to his skills. Jones had 3,205 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a 67.2% completion percentage, averaging 6.8 yards per passing attempt. Jones had 120 carries for 708 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns and 57 carries, resulting in first down. So what Daniel Jones did this year is something that not many quarterbacks do every single year. As a matter of fact, only 2 quarterbacks did. If Lamar Jackson was 100% healthy this year, he probably would have been the fourth that did that. Kyler Murray has become more of a pocket-present quarterback. For some reason, he decided not to run this year. And when he did run, he tore his ACL. Maybe it was because of the fields. Maybe that was the reason why he didn't want to run, because we all know what happened at the Super Bowl and the complaining about the field that the NFL paid so much money to, I guess, take care of for the last 2 years for this Super Bowl.
Bad coaching didn't help either.
No. Darius Slayton led the Giants in receiving yards for 724 yards, and Richie James and Isaiah Hodgins led with 4 receiving touchdowns, the lowest leading receivers for any playoff team this season. So the Giants need to add offensive help. It's not just Saquon Barkley. They like running the ball. They're going to feed the beast. And I do believe they could bring in a running back, maybe not as good as Saquon Barkley, but they could bring in a running back like a Kareem Hunt, who might be cheaper than Saquon Barkley. Now, I don't know how much cheaper. Maybe $10 million instead of 13 or 14, so you're saving $3 million. But Kareem Hunt's going to be available this offseason. So if the Giants think that they have no shot at bringing Saquon Barkley back, you got to figure out who's going to be the guy that's going to take most of those receptions and most of those carries. Saquon Barkley is a unique individual. You need a guy that can be a multitasker on the field. Not just catch, not just carry, but block. Saquon is good in all 3 areas. And that's why the Giants need to make sure that if they decide to part ways with him, if you know the Buffalo way, they don't care. They don't really re-sign running backs after they go out with their rookie contract. They really don't do that.